Hey guys, today I want to show you how to pull in 3/4 inch conduit. It's an interduct with the 100 SX with the standard feed blade. Now I've got here 8 or 9 foot section for our purposes, a 3/4 inch interduct. All you're going to need is a drill bit, your interduct, your machine, and some string. So getting right into it, if you can see, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch from the end of this interduct, I've drilled a hole all the way through. That's where my string will pass. So you take your string, and you know what? Larger rope, I like larger rope better than this. You want to make sure that if you double it up, it'll still fit inside your feed blade. But what I've seen is a lot of guys carry a string like this. This is a 550 paracord in case their pull cord breaks in the machine. So a lot of guys have this kind of cordage on hand. So that's why I'm showing you how to do it with this. Now you run it straight through the hole. Now, it doesn't have to be dead even. I do like it to be even. Just get them good and even here. Now what you do is I've dug one hole here, just one shovel's width hole. I've got my machine backed up to it and ready. Now if you'll notice, my blade is one hole down on my chute, so I've got an empty hole up here. This is the easiest way to do it. You don't have to do it this way, but it is absolutely the easiest, okay? So I'll get my pipe up close to my blade, and I'm going to put this string right inside it like I would if I was burying a line. Get my cable guide in it. You want to make sure your string's long enough to hang over at the top, okay? Get my cable guide pin. Now you've got this excess string. Now if I were to take off right now, that string is going to feed. This is a feed blade, you know, so it's going to feed right through. So we need to anchor that string. Now there's ways I've done it where I've got pre-cut blocks to tie it to that won't let it feed. But if you're one hole down on your chute, it's super simple. I'll run it through the chute. I'll run one right to left. And then I'll run the other one left to right. And then I'll just tie them to each other. So you can do just a standard, you know, shoestring tie, double knot, whatever you want. So now this is tied off. It's not going to feed. Now it's going to pull when I take off, okay? So something to note is, if you make your hole 8 or 10 inches back from the end of your pipe, especially a lot of this pipe, it comes on spools. So your pipe's bent. So if your hole is 8 or 10 inches back on your pipe's going to be constantly wanting to come up out of the ground. That's why it's imperative to get it as close as you can to the end. Okay, so also sometimes if you get in real rough ground, your string will tear. It'll tear out of your pipe. You may have to re-drill it a time or two. I've only ever had that happen once, but it could happen. So I've got my pipe in here. I've got my string run through my blade. I've got it tied off and anchored. Something else before I take off and show you this, you want to, if you're by yourself, you want to hold your foot down on the pipe as you take off to get it started. Make sure it starts into the ground. If you've got somebody else with you, a helper or laborer, they can hold the pipe while you take off and you just go like normal. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me, but I'm going to go ahead and take off with this. Lower my blade in, start my machine, and we'll see how it works. So again, make sure to hold that blade when you take off. Hold that pipe when you take off. As you can see, I pulled in, 5-6 feet of this. You could pull it all the way down. You could pull 600 feet of it. The only worry you have is if your hole tears. If your hole tears, re-drill it, reset, and go again. But again, don't think, hey, I'm going to set it back 10, 12 inches from the end of the pipe. So it's got a lot to tear before to pull off, because then your pipe will constantly be trying to come up out of the ground. So guys, I hope you got some good info out of this. It's super easy. You don't have to retool. Standard 100SX pipe and you're good to go.